So UFC 310 is going to be stacked to the brim. The excitement starts in early prelims, the last fight, in my opinion, because that's Chris Weidman versus Eryk Anders. Eryk fell sick. I believe it was him who fell sick right before their fight last month, so now they're running it back at catchweight, so it's a middleweight fight without actually having to cut weight. I honestly think they should just go light heavyweight. Why not? Make it easy. Because if you know where Eryk Anders is at his career, definitely win some, lose some. I don't see him fighting for a title, nor do I see Chris Weidman fighting for a title. But every time Chris Weidman tunes in, is he going to break through the ceiling? Because not only did he survive the biggest dose of MMA karma we've ever seen, where he broke his leg just like, Anderson Silva did on his shin, and I'm pretty sure Uriah Hall's out of that now, so I think that curse line has stopped. Hopefully, I don't want to speak too soon. But Chris Weidman comes back in, obviously loses his next fight because you could tell that leg was not... an injury like that takes a long time to come back from and actually fight your way through. But then, again, he fights again, and I thought it was just going to be... Chris Weidman getting buried in the dirt, hitting the coffin. But, dude, his last fight was inspirational to watch, just knowing his circumstances and knowing that he broke a ceiling. And seeing Chris Weidman, obviously there was a questionable shot that, got it to a decision, but he was winning the fight. And you know what they said? You know what? We're going to let it slide because Chris Weidman has definitely deserved to get his hand raised. Now, do I ever expect to see a ranking next to his name? No. Do I ever expect to see him fight for a title? No. Do I have him even as my betting favorite? No, because Eryk Anders still has firepower and can still definitely get his hand raised as well and can still knock people through the roof. He's very dangerous still. Do I think he's going to be fighting Dricus anytime soon? No, but let's not count him out of the UFC altogether. So I'm going to see that maybe Eryk Anders is going to beat Chris Weidman. But if Chris Weidman is able to prove me wrong yet again, what's next for him? Is he going to fight Kevin Holland at middleweight? That would be a pretty good fight. I think winner of this should fight Kevin Holland, definitely. Or fight Shara. I know Shara's looking for a step up in competition, but isn't ready to take on the rankings just yet. But there's a lot of options who the winner of this fight could go up at middleweight and fight one of those bigger names as you're climbing up the rankings. And I just want to see how far one of these guys can go at this point. I don't have any high hopes for their careers anymore, especially Chris Weidman, knowing age and circumstance. And Eryk Anders, he's just kind of bounced around a little bit, and he has lost some key fights. But if he turns it around and puts a streak together, who knows where that goes? Maybe in the future we could see Weidman or Eryk Anders go so far as to fight Roman Dolidze and then maybe lose to Roman Dolidze, because I think Roman's in a sphere of his own. But, I'm just kind of seeing where this goes from that area. But that's what I got to say. Even though I got Eryk Anders as my favorite in this one, I really want to see Chris Weidman prove me wrong again, because there's something satisfying about Chris Weidman getting his hand raised, just knowing what he's had to fight back from. But that's what I got to say, man. Peace out. See you on the next one.